Hey guys, I'm Desikan, and in this video we're going to be testing out some new makeup products to my collection. So these are some products that I have bought myself. Some were sent in PR, and I have like a bunch of new e.l.f. launches, like their contour wand, their liquid blush, the lipsticks and lip liners and everything to talk to you guys about, and also some new launches from Mars. And these were really popular products, so that's the reason I got my hands on them. I have the blush, the liquid blush, which is soaked in my Laneige toner, which leaked all over this. That's not the point of this video. I am a little bit sick. I have got a cold from nowhere. My nose is like, and it might mess my makeup up. So anyways, we also have the LoveChild by Masaba skin tints that were sent to me to try out. Let's get started. I already did my eyebrows. I prepped my skin with the Bioderma Atoderm moisturizer as well as the e.l.f. Power Grip primer, because I like the combination of this with pretty much any makeup products. I don't even want to try out new primers anymore. Let's get started. So I have 3 shades in the skin tint with me right here. One is called Lonely Lioness. This is the shade Lonely Lioness. This one is the shade Honest Honey. We have the shade called Bossy Babe. They asked me to pick 3 shades because they were not sure of my shade, and I picked these 3 myself. So I think the closest one for me is Honest Honey, I guess. Or is it yeah, it's Honest Honey. I feel like would match me pretty well. So this is what the packaging of the skin tint looks like. You also do get like a brush with this, so something that you can use on the go. Let me try out the shade Honest Honey all over my face. Taking a good lavish one squeeze of this, and I'm going to be just using this brush to blend it out. Honestly, this brush is actually applying the product really well. I was like, why do brands do this? Why do they give us this brush? I mean, like, if you had nothing to do and you just didn't want to use your fingers, you could use it. It actually gives you really good coverage, and there's no streaks as such. But on this side, I'm going to be using my usual brush, which I just want to see how it performs. This is the Mars foundation brush. So now I want you guys to just look at my skin, and I'm blown away by how my skin is looking right now. It looks so even. I cannot see like my pores to be largely visible. It's not clinging onto my skin anywhere. It just looks beautiful. Adds a very good coverage. I just took one pump of this, like one squeeze of that product, and it's given me really good like light medium to medium coverage. And it's like a skin tint. It's supposed to be like a skin tint, and it gives me pretty good medium coverage, which I am impressed with. Maybe the shade I should have like probably mixed and matched 2 other shades, but I'm actually okay with this. Like, once I'm done with my makeup, maybe it will suit me a lot better. It just doesn't match my neck. My neck is much darker to my face and my chest area, so that's the reason it's a little bit harder for me to match foundation. Sometimes I take a foundation that is much deeper because it should match my neck, and then it just looks very off for the rest of the body. But yeah, we'll make this work. But I am loving the finish. Anyways, moving on to the products I got from e.l.f. I have this Putty color correcting eye brightener. I got this one in the shade medium tan because I wanted a good color corrector. I'm always looking for something like that. This is said to be like a color correcting eye brightener. So I'm seeing if it's quite similar to the Fenty one I have. Ugh, the packaging. So this one, none of these new launches from e.l.f. were cheap, okay? Like, this one was priced at 790 rupees, but there are some products I got in this that it felt like a high-end purchase almost, because my bill exceeded over 4,000 rupees, because some of these are MRP'd at like 1,200. I'm like, oh, where is this price taking us? So this is medium tan, which looks like a nice peachy, darker peachy shade. I'm taking a generous amount because it's a little bit sheer, like the formulation is a little sheer. Okay, now I will blend this with a brush, taking this Sigma Bake Precision P89 brush. It is a beautiful brightening shade, and it does like cover up pretty much all of it. But if you have very, very intense pigmented dark circles, I'm not sure, but you can of course pick up a shade that suits your skin tone. I got the shade medium tan. It certainly did brighten my under eye area really well, right? Like, so good. So you can use this to like color correct as well as like sort of brighten your under eye area up. It's actually a really nice eye brightener. I really like the formulation of it. It would work for people of dry skin types as well. It's kind of luminous, so it's not clinging on to anything. It's giving a very beautiful like natural sort of a finish. and I like it. It's supposed to have some luminous pearls, but I can't really see it because it's nicely like meshed with the formula. It's very fine and it's not too much, so that's a good thing. And also this formulation reminds me so much of the Becca color corrector, like the way it feels, the way it's luminous underneath the eyes. It's not clinging on to anything. I'm really liking this, you guys. Like, let's follow it up now with a concealer as per directions. Actually, I can leave it at this, but I will conceal it. Now, since we're sticking to everything e.l.f. for concealer, I want to use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This one, it has a satin finish to it. I have this one in the shade Medium Sand, which the shades are a little bit, let me tell you, like peachy, I feel like. But yeah, the color correction, I think it should match me pretty well. It pairs beautifully with this. Like, most brands don't make products that are compatible with their own products, okay? So, and then for contouring, I got the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand in the shade light medium, I guess, for contour. And I just hope this shows up on my skin. I'm praying. Yeah, it does work, but you know, sometimes what happens is things get a little too stark for me and I don't like it. I like a very natural contour. I feel, yeah, it does work. It does work. Actually, a tiny amount of it is more than enough, and it's very blendable, very spreadable. Gives you the most natural looking contour. You don't have to take this much like how I took, because it was hard to blend. Just a tiny little sweep on your face. And then for blush, I'm going to be using the very popular product from e.l.f. This one is the e.l.f. liquid blush in the shade Suave Mauve. Okay, this shade is very similar to the Rare Beauty blush that I own, but I feel like that one is a little bit more cool toned. Shit, this is pigmented. I don't know what I was thinking, taking it directly on my face like that, because I do that with my Rare Beauty blush sometimes, and this is pigmented, you guys. I love it. Like, I could fix this. I used a little bit of my skin tint, but I love this blush. And then we also have another product from e.l.f. This one is their Halo Glow liquid blush in the shade You Go Coco. So I just wanted to see how this would also be, but I'm not sure if I want to ruin this because it's so beautiful. Okay, this is a more luminous blush. I actually don't like these sponge tip applicators because I feel like it just accumulates more product and then, you know, you waste all of that product. So I feel like this product is just okay. It's like a little bit hard and patchier to blend, but the other one was my favorite. As luminous as I expected it to be as well. Like, you can see for that initial application, there is like a spot. Like, you can see even from the initial application on my face, it just dries down and it's a little bit harder to blend. Of late, I've not been that disappointed with e.l.f. products, but yeah, some of it turns out to be like this. Lip liner, I got this from e.l.f. This is their cream glide lip liner in the shade Dark Cocoa. This was really affordable, so this was for like around 200-ish rupees. So that's the reason I picked it up. Like, who doesn't want to try out affordable dark brown lip liners, right? By the way, I have a tinted lip balm on, and this tinted lip balm was so good. It just comes in a usual chapstick kind of a packaging. I'm going to talk about it in my favorites video. It's so good. It's so hydrating, and it's been a while since I found like a chapstick that works out for my lips. It actually stains your lips. It keeps it hydrated almost like the entire day. I just love it, and it's been a while since I found something like that. For lips, I got the e.l.f. Pout Clout Lip Plumping Pen, and I got this in the shade Toasted. I was not sure. I just picked it up before everything went out of stock, so I was in a rush. How does this work? Okay. Nice plumping, hydrating formulation, but the shade is not for me. So yeah, that completes this look. Let me just touch up the makeup everywhere needed, and I'll come back to you guys with my final review on all of these products. So hey guys, I'm back and I'm done with my full face of makeup, and I love how my skin is looking with the LoveChild by Masaba skin tint. It is so blurring. It's not too dewy, not too matte. It doesn't cling on to anything, doesn't emphasize anything actually. I do have a lot of texture here, but you can't see it as much, which I really like. I think I will be using this one a ton. I love it. The shade range is really good. I mean, it is a little bit pricey. It is 1300 rupees, which is not at all affordable, but you can get it on discount most of the times, and that's the ideal time you can pick it up. You get 30 ml of product in this. And then when it comes to the color corrector, I really like it. It works out really well for my under eye area. If you're around my skin tone but have deeper, like darker under eye circles, I think you should go up a shade, because it's not the most pigmented color corrector, and it's a very thin formulation, but has that brightening effect. It has a little bit of luminosity to it, so that's why you can see like my under eye area looks a little bit more glowy and a little bit more radiant. So again, wouldn't work out for you if you have a lot of dryness underneath. Maybe it will cling on to it a little bit differently or exaggerate it. It has sort of like that putty formulation, and also if you have like very deep sunken eyes, I feel like it would settle and exaggerate it. You don't want anything that is very luminous when you have very deep sunk eyes. So in that case, you should avoid this, but otherwise you can try this out. It's a very good alternative to me for my Becca color corrector in the shade medium tan. And the concealer paired really well with it, but this concealer is not my favorite formulation, okay? Most of the times it actually splits on my under eye area, but somehow with this product, it's actually working out really, really well. I mean, I haven't set my under eye area with powder yet because I feel like it would just look a little too cakey, but you could try it. Maybe it would cling on or be a little bit sticky because it has that sticky texture, like the color corrector has that putty sticky texture to it. And then this liquid blush is my absolute favorite. I would highly recommend you guys try this out. Pick out any shade that you like. It just looks beautiful. It blends beautifully. It's pigmented. I mean, even though this is like a nude shade, it actually does work out for my skin tone really well. And I also really like the contour that I tried out, but the contour wand, it's really nice and subtle for my skin tone, which I really like. I didn't want to go up a shade because of this, you know. I don't want it to be too stark and too like chiseled out. I just want a very subtle shadow effect, and I feel like this is giving me that. I mean, you don't really get a lot of quantity in this. For the price, you get 10 ml, and it is like for 1150 rupees, which is really pricey, okay? But this, I feel like, is the closest I could get to the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, this one. But it is pricey. This blush, this luminous blush, I wouldn't recommend at all. Like, what is this formulation? It's so shimmery, it just dries down and just settles and then leaves splotches all over your face. I wouldn't recommend this. I didn't like that formulation at all. Lip liner, a little bit too creamy for my liking. It actually does move away and bleed, even though it's a really affordable formula, and it's said to be a cream glide lip liner. Like, even the Mars one is like a glide on lip liner. The older formulation of the Mars one is really good. The new one has changed. It is like this itself. It bleeds. Like, what's the point of a lip liner if it's going to bleed all over? And then this Plumping lipstick, I like it. I like the formulation. It just feels really nice and plumping, a little bit like, you know, that peppermint tingling burning sensation. Nothing too over the top, but I don't really like the shade that I picked up. Too light, toasted. Maybe with a different lip liner I could try it out, but not with the one that I picked in dark brown. So yeah, that's pretty much all of the new products that I tried out and I wanted to talk to you guys about. I also did pick up like the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation and some of the mask products. I couldn't talk about it. Maybe I will talk about it in a different video. I got this in the shade NC35, which is so peachy. Okay, anyways, let's save that for another video. A lot of you guys complain that my videos are always too long, so I hope this helped you guys out, and let me know what other videos you like to watch or other products you want me to review in the comments down below. And while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.